a lot of people don't understand too that the power of the mind is 100% real. Like you tell yourself something and you like, yo, it don't matter if you're Joe Smo with nobody knows you. Like me, I ain't nobody know who I was. I didn't have no money. I ain't got no family money. I have nothing. But in my mind was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to push my way through. I'm going to get what I want. Like, period. You know, and so the mindset means a lot. Like a lot of artists or producers or anything, business owners in general will put their mindset as like, okay, I don't know, different things. For one, somebody might be like, okay, all I gotta do is just make these dope beats and like, you know, just hope somebody gonna stumble across me and we're gonna get something going. I only need one placement and I'm from there, I'm gone. And that ain't, I mean, it could happen. It could happen, but that ain't the mindset that you kind of want to be in. I mean, at least for me, I'm like, I ain't relying on nothing like that.
Right.
I'm gonna go as hard as I can and I'm gonna just push through. I'm gonna make motherfuckers want this shit. You know what I mean? Like, period. Like, I don't know how it's going to connect. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm going to just do my best. You know what I mean? I'm going to do whatever I can do at the time. And I'm going to take every step that I can take and just go with the flow and go with the universe and follow the omens. And so that's one thing, people's mindset, man. Or like another mindset might be like, I feel too, like, I'll say this too, that I honestly feel is like, of course, when you're trying to get into this music, like you want to make money, you know, you want to get some nice things. But if it's all that though, like, cause I had people where that's all that, like people who literally like, oh, I want to start making beats cause I want to make some money, bro. I see you making some money, bro.
So I'm gonna start making
beats, bro. I want a McLaren too. So it's like, I feel that. I feel you. But like, man, you should try to do what your passion is though and monetize your passion. Because that's when it will really shine and you will really reflect that. Like, do what you really love to do. Of course, you got to have a job, though. So I'm not saying like, you know, but don't like chase something that's hard, like a, you know, becoming a music producer that's popping or whatever when you don't even like
making
you
music.
don't even give a shit about that. You just like, I just want to run up this bag real quick because it's like the bag gonna come. But and even once it does come, if you're not really into that passionately, like we was just talking about, it's probably not going to last very long for you because, I mean, we see a lot of producers come and go, you know what I mean? Some of them, I don't know if that was the case with some of them, but I mean, I don't know. So that's a big thing too. It's like, you should just do what you're really passionate about, have your mindset, like, as if say, we're talking about producers, obviously though. So let's say we're talking strictly to people who obviously do want to be producers and they are loving that. It's really the mindset and just going hard, just going as hard as you can.
How have you stayed focused and, you know, not gone down the wrong path? You know what I mean? Especially like, you know, you can get complacent once you know, start getting money or you can totally go left. You know what I mean? Get into drugs and stuff like that. How have you, you know, I mean, besides, you know, I know you're working on your passion. Besides that, how have you really stayed? That's
a big one, man. Like that's some real shit for real. Like a lot of people get some money, you know what I mean? And they just ruin their whole life, maybe even kill themselves. You know what I mean? Right. It's really crazy out here. So for me, honestly, I pray a lot, you know, and I always, at the end of my prayers, I say like, please keep guiding me on the road to victory and success. You know what I mean? Don't let me stray from this path. You know what I mean? And then in general, just learning from, like, I come up real hard from seeing like people that's did all that, you know what I mean? Or even not saying they got stuff in, but they, you know, they went down wrong paths. I was going down wrong paths. So I was lucky. I feel like everything that happened in my life, I feel like it was for a reason. I was meant to grow up the way I grew up, and I was meant to be, because I've been fortunate enough to see both sides. I've seen the dark, I've seen the light, I've seen the hood, I've seen the suburbs, I've seen, you know, the poor, I've seen the rich, I've seen the in-betweens, all that. So it's like, and I have the mindset to be able to analyze that and be like, okay, cool, this is where I need to stay. Like, I don't need to be in none of these lanes over here. Like, of course, I want to have some fun. I want to do this, want to that. But it's just the mindset again. Like, you can't let yourself go down that. And a lot of people do. I mean, especially a lot of, man, nowadays, like so many of these artists, producers, all these, they just like wigging, bugging, right, you know what I mean? Like they on a timer for real. We don't know how long they about to last. You know what I mean? Like, cause they tripping. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm trying to last as long as I can. You know what I mean? I'm trying to live a good, long, healthy life. Like, you know what I mean? So It's like, I just, and for me too, like I said, I mean, for me, a lot is I'm genuinely passionate, so passionate about beats and making music. So I get a high off that. Like any of that other stuff, like I literally rather be in the studio making a beat than hitting the club and popping Molly or doing whatever people be doing. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I like to have my fun, you know what I mean? But not like, I don't need all that. Like, I just stay focused on the grind. Like I just keep my eyes on the prize, you know what I mean? And just keep pushing forward. But that's a good one to bring up, man, because it's sad too, because a lot of people will be younger, you know, and they don't really, and they won't have the right people around them. That's another big thing, is people around you. I don't have nobody around me that's not going to straighten me up or not going to let me do nothing like that. Like my brother would never let me do anything. If he seen something, he'd straight up be like, "Not, bro." Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to have the right people around you. Don't have no yes men around you. Oh yeah, man, let's see who can do more of this. You know what I mean? Like, do that. And it's like, nah, like I was fortunate enough to live through a lot of that already. So it's like, been there, done that, like, where, you know what I mean? Well, no, not all that, but you know what I mean? Right, so it's like, just surround yourself with good people, like-minded people, and stay focused. That's how I've stayed out of trouble, for real.
So you said you kind of just recently been getting into reading some books. Yeah. Are there any specific self-help books that you can recommend to producers?
Oh man, not just producers, but the one book that I recommend to literally every person that I ever meet, everybody in this room, if y'all have not, even if you read it in the past, because some people are like, "Oh, I read that in high school." Like, your brain isn't ready for that book at that point. It's called The Alchemist.
I seen that one on your IG. Yeah.
You gotta read it. If you haven't read it, it's only 110, 120 pages. My brother told me about it. I read it in 2 days, because I went to the bookstore, got Panera Bread, like at an outdoor mall, sat down, started reading it. I looked up, I was at 60 pages already. I sat there all day reading it. And not just reading it like, you know, don't just read like that. It's something that you gotta like
be engaged
really
with.
Be into. Like picture the shit happening. Like picture you being this, you know what I mean? Like it's a magical book. Like The Alchemist. Anybody in this world, it'll change your life. Even if you already doing good and you already, like me, I feel like I already had an enlightened mind. I already got all, you know, I know a lot of stuff or whatever, like spiritual and universal and all that. But this will just, man, no matter what level you at, it's just gonna put you up another level. Even if you think like, oh, there ain't no, there's more levels. I mean, even Oprah be talking about books that changes her life still. So it's like you can never have too much, you know, knowledge or too much enlightenment.